Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean Collins, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for July 2022 for your North Node by sign and house. So not your sun, moon, or ascendant sign, but your North Node by sign and house. So you're going to want to watch two videos, one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Now, as most of you know, the reason I use the North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is that it's recognized in astrology that the North Node is the path that you were born to learn, the path that you were born to take, and so it's your North Star. And so it's much more relevant to your everyday life. So let's get started on the readings. Okay, so this is your monthly Tarotscope readings for July 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Aries and or the first house. And while I'm shuffling the cards, I want to invite you to open up your energy field, open up your heart, and take some deep breaths, relax into it, and just have the intention to receiving the information that you most need to know at this time. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that I may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Aries and or the first house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this one over here represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. This card here is your overall kind of monthly theme and focus. Now, what's coming up for you big time, now this is really an interesting reading. We're going to get into the first half in a minute here, but your overall theme, this Three of Wands, this is telling me that right now in this time of your life, this is like, we just went past beginning of summer, midsummer, going off into the harvest season. And this Three of Wands is telling you that it's time for you to look at your life and see what it is that you want out of life. What is it you want out of your work? What is it you want out of your relationships? What is it you want just out of your life in general, okay? And as opposed to what do I want in conjunction with what other people around me need or what they expect from me. And so that's what's coming up big time because, remember, North Node in Aries, your superpower with that South Node in the 7th house and or Libra is your superpower is the beautiful ability, as you know, to get along and make peace, but not in this lifetime at the expense of you doing you. Because that's really, that's what this is saying. This is like you doing you. But in order for you to do you and to move in a direction that you want to go to, you have to know what it is kind of that you want. And so that's what this is saying. This is about those inner urges that you have, those impulses of dreams that you have, those impulses that maybe you've been holding back and you've been saying, well, I can't do this, or I can't because this person or these people will think this, or I can't do it, or I can't you know, feel this or say this. And so your impulses are your guide. And, you know, being, as I said, like I say this many times for this North Node, is that impulsiveness is good for you in this lifetime. As long as that impulsiveness comes from you doing you, and you know, if it comes from a true place in you, not just from your mind, you know, but from a true like gut instinct, that's a true impulse. It's not just an impulse of the mind, like an idea, okay? And so this first half of the month, okay, here's what's happening. You've got the 10 of Wands reversed. You've got, or excuse me, 10 of Swords reversed. You've got the 6 of Swords reversed, and you've got the 8 of Swords, okay, upright. Okay, a lot of swords, but the two advice cards are the 8 of Cups, okay, and the Chariot. 8 of Cups and Chariot reversed. So here's what's interesting about this, okay, again, the 6 of Swords, is a lot of these are movement, okay? The 8 of Cups, moving away emotionally, okay? The 6 of Swords, moving away from trials and tribulations and anxiety, and moving past that, okay? And the Chariot, again, this is a movement card, okay? But when it's reversed, it's going in not a straight and true direction, okay? So the first card, let's take that really quickly, the 10 of Swords reversed, okay? What you're learning to do this first half of the month is, there have been in the past couple of months and also this month opportunities to move past your past, okay? To move past it, to move past pain, to move past hurts, okay? And to start to heal that, okay? That is what you're working on this first half of the month. And there's going to be opportunities to do that. Now, how do you do that? Well, your two advice cards, okay, the 8 of Cups, and you've got the Chariot reversed, okay, both these cards here. This is telling you, the 8 of Cups is telling you that it's not that you're not supposed to just turn your back on your emotions and walk away, or like just like forget them, they're behind me. They have to be dealt with, okay? And the Chariot wants to move forward, okay, but it can't move forward or straight. It's either going to go in circles or it's going to go off in a wrong direction, because these emotions haven't been dealt with, okay? We're going to do that right now, okay? The way that you have to look at whatever you've gone through in your lifetime, because a lot of you have gone through, especially with relationships, especially with people, with betrayal, with possible, like, you know, like mental, emotional abuse in some period of time in your life, or just people trying, if it's not that, it's like just people like, you know, kind of dominating you, or you letting people kind of, you know, dominate you to a certain extent, whether it be work and all aspects of, or your, you know, home life, or whatever. What this Chariot is telling you is, you've got the black and the white Sphinx that represents polarity, okay? Polarity is what causes electrical movement, okay? It's polarity. With one polarity, you don't have back and forth movement, okay? So what this is telling you is to once and for all realize that what happened to you, okay? And that it doesn't reflect on who you are as a person. At some point, you are going to have to heal it. It's not going to, you're not going to wake up someday and it's going to be healed. you have to make a conscious decision to heal it, and to realize that the reason that this polarity happened was this is a learning aspect, because you are learning to be the warrior in this lifetime. So let me pose it to you this way, okay? So we don't make this an hour reading, okay? If you're moving toward Aries of the first house, which is ruled by Mars, okay, which is the warrior spirit, and that doesn't mean violence, or it doesn't mean it means assertiveness. Yes, it could mean aggression at times. It means there's a time and a place for passivity, and there's a time and a place for warrior energy. Okay, you're learning to be a warrior. You're learning to take the lead. Okay, how are warriors trained? Are warriors trained like, well, sit down here, dear. Why don't you have a cup of tea and cookies with me? And I'm going to teach you how to be a warrior and how to train to defend someone. I'm going to train you. No. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that, but that is not that you were born to learn the warrior spirit. Now, does that mean that you always have to go through extremely intense things or be challenged by people and situations? No, because when you learn the warrior spirit, you're able to, when a situation comes up and you handle it like a boss, okay, and you're able to put your needs and your wants and your desires and take charge, in your life. When you do that, then the universe, it doesn't challenge you anymore, because this is what you're learning. It's simply like a learning thing. That's what I mean by polarity. Okay, the polarity is the opposite extreme. So if someone isn't learning, if they're learning to be a bodyguard, if they're learning martial arts, I mean, like, we will use martial arts as opposed to, war, because I'm not like big on war. There's a time when humans have to defend themselves. But let's just take martial arts, for example. We've all seen how martial artists are trained by their masters, okay? And it's done in that way, and it's been done that way for thousands of years for a reason. They don't call them in for tea and cookies, okay? But not all the warrior training is just physical and all of that. There's also mental and spiritual. There's mental toughness. There's emotional toughness. Okay, all that. That's what this is. Now, how can that help you heal? Because everything that you've gone through in your life is training you. You have an invisible, teacher, training master that is guiding you and training you, okay? That's how you have to look at your life. It's like, okay, and it doesn't matter. Maybe you didn't pass all the training tests. That's fine. That's fine. It's all learning. So when you look at it that way, you're like, okay, I've gone through all this. This person did this to me, this situation. Okay, yeah, maybe some really intense stuff. But at some point, you have to say, okay, enough. Okay, that was a learning experience, and I'm not going to run away from it emotionally. I'm going to face it, okay? And so this first half of the month, this is what this is. This is, don't run away. Don't run away from the problems by ignoring them or saying they don't exist, okay? That's how this healing is going to happen. Now, the Eight of Swords, okay? At the end of the month, there's going to be some of you that realize that the key to this is mental anxiety. It could be frustration. It could be not seeing things correctly in your life or clearly, okay, thus the blindfold. But remember, the person here in this card, their bonds are loose, okay? And the swords that encircle them do not completely encircle them. You have the power. You have the power to transform your life at any time. You have the power to transform your hurts. Okay? If you don't understand what I'm saying and you're listening to this, please reach out to me in my email, okay? Reach out to me in the comments. I will be happy to explain this. But this is why the intense things have happened in your life. All the relationships, all the issues that have happened, okay? It's in your training. And the minute that you accept that responsibility of becoming the warrior, the emotional warrior, the even sometimes physical warrior, the mental warrior, whatever it is, when you accept that, then you accept that this was all training. It wasn't there to destroy you or hurt you. Yes, was it intense for some of you? Yes, it was. Did it hurt? Yes. But that is what your task is in this lifetime, okay? So this is the opportunity right now to do this, and that if you can do this successfully, you could see yourself in the harvest season and then going off to the end of the year and then going off into next year in a lot stronger, better position. You will see things transform in your life. Now, the second half of the month, okay, I'm seeing some other specific things, okay? There are some still these inner demons that you're going to be battling, okay? You got the devil reversed, and you've got the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is one of the cards that you are supposed to embody in this lifetime. The King of Wands represents, and the kings and queens, as I always say, they're not gender specific necessarily, okay? There are masculine energies and feminine energies, and so women could get the king card and men can get the queen card. It's different aspects of, so the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are different aspects of the fire energy, okay? So it's represented by the fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius. And what you want to do is you want to, or Leo, excuse me. So, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, is you are embodying this energy. And now this energy is having trouble coming out because of some, past, okay, inner demons. Now, what's going to happen this first half of the month is, or the second half is, I feel like there's going to be a situation that's going to be an emotional conflict. And specifically, and I don't know where it's going to be. For each of you, it's going to be different in your life, okay? And what you want to do is you want to approach it with that warrior energy, with intelligence, but with bravery and with assertiveness, okay? And this is tackling this situation. This is going to show the universe that you're ready to evolve into the person that you're meant to be. Now, the interesting thing is with this Hierophant, okay, this is a teacher, a philosopher, someone, an authority figure, but especially a teaching authority figure. And I feel like what the universe is telling you in all of this is that somewhere in your life, whether it be an actual person or even a person or an actual person that you maybe don't know, so you could know them or don't know, but there is a master teacher around you. It could be, like I said, someone you admire. It could be someone who works in a field. It could be a coworker, a boss. As I said, it could be someone, even like a celebrity, and as I said, like a fictional character, okay? But it's there to teach you what it is that you want. And remember, the key to all this is, for this month, is the impulses that you have for your life, their true gut impulses, to be able to follow them and to look out for what you want in this lifetime, okay? So when this emotional situation comes up for you, and you face it, and you're able to face it with courage but grace, you know what I mean? And stand up for yourself. That is showing the universe, okay. And I feel like this could be on a big scale for some of you, but I feel like it's going to be more of kind of like a minor thing. And in fact, you may, this whole teacher thing, this just kind of occurred to me, is it could be that you actually witness somebody acting in the way that could teach you how to act or react, okay? That type of thing, that could be a teaching thing. And again, it could be something you see in a movie or video or something like that, okay? Or an actual person. So watch this second half of the month of how you can embody this teaching, and learning how to become that warrior that you were meant to be. And again, remember, whatever's happened to you in the past, okay, it is in the past. You don't want to forget about it and walk away, because that's not the way to get rid of the inner demons. You want to face it once and for all by saying, okay, this happened to me. I learned from this. This is part of my training. And yes, it may have been tough, but I survived, and I am a survivor, and I am a warrior, okay? And when you do this, even if it feels uncomfortable, because this warrior energy for a lot of you is very uncomfortable, because you're used to being in these beautiful supporter roles and helping people. But when you do this, trust me, you will be a better person for those around you that you love, okay? So your life will transform for the better, and those people that really love and care about you, okay, will be helped by this. And you're going to see, okay? So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you saw some value in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you could hit that like button, it really helps the algorithms. I would appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below, and you can grab some more information on that. And again, thanks for watching. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.